let's get into the session. So you had your downtime. If that's something we worked out, you at the end of your downtime started making your way to the Dewstill Maggot. We're not going to worry about who gets there first and who gets there next, and 'cause that's just too much administrative stuff, and it's going to take up too much time. So we'll say you all meet up at the Dewstill Maggot around the same time, and you're standing outside of this building, and I will describe to you what it looks like.
Shouldn't Cain describe it to us, seeing as he's been there before?
I'm gonna describe it. So from the outside, right now you guys are in the river ward, and in fact, maybe I will post an Owlbear link for the map so that I don't have to screen share every time.
Yay.
I want to show it to you. That would probably be easier. So we'll do that quickly.
Speaking
my
of
D&D
streams,
folder?
let's
There we go.
pull up the stream. Got Vips.
Okay. I'm about to send an Owlbear link in main chat so that you guys can see the city map whenever you would like.
Thank you.
There you go.
Ta-da!
Yay, I love these little owl bear guys. They make me so happy.
They're
Oh,
cute.
bears aren't little.
Yeah, they're awesome.
I always click on the
What's that?
picture first, and the picture comes out, and then I'm like, no, that's not the right one. And then I click on the link every time.
What does the owl bear say? What does the owl bear say?
What does the fox say?
Ding 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 ding
Ding, 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 ding.
ding 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 ding
Throwback.
ding
Oh,
ding
man.
ding. Welcome to D&D, everybody. Ding 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 ding. Yeah,
And
We
it's
got
on your
together to
screen
do this.
head for the
Alright,
next
so I have colored in where the Dewstill Maggot is a blue circle.
week.
So you're standing outside this building. It's rather simple. It's a large wooden building. It has several small windows that you can kind of peer into, and a wooden door with a lantern hanging beside it. Above the door is a sign that says the Dewstill Maggot. It's just a simple wooden sign with some white paint. Off to the right of the building, there's a stable, small stable for housing horses. And in this district, so you guys are in the river district right now, or the river ward. The streets are dirt. They're just dirt streets. They're pretty well traveled. It's pretty late at night, so the city is quieting down. But you do still see some laborers walking about, and you still smell the scent of fish kind of in the air, because you're right near the river where there are quite a few fishing boats that bring in resources for the city. From inside the Dewstill Maggot, you do hear quite a lot of conversation. It sounds kind of raucous. It's loud. It sounds like people are drinking and having a good time. And you're standing outside the door. So if you'd like to enter.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah, let's go
Well,
in.
Cain, would you like to take the lead? You've been here before. I take it.
Yeah, sure. I haven't actually been inside. I just passed through it, but yeah, I'll go.
How
inside.
can you pass through if you haven't been inside?
Please? And I walk in.
Does everyone enter?
Yeah.
I hold the door for
Yeah.
everyone.
All right. Like, who do you enter behind? Do you go in second, third?
I don't know. I'll just go in whenever.
All right. The room you guys enter is rather spacious. It's a large entry area. You see about 8 simple tables scattered about. They can probably sit 6 to 7 people each. At the back of the room is a long bar top with bottles of alcohol on shelves behind it, and there's a doorway that looks like it leads to maybe a small kitchen or storage area. On the left side of this room, there's an open staircase leading up to what you assume to be the inn accommodations, but the downstairs is definitely a tavern. There's people sitting at some of the tables. They just look like your average laborer. Many of them are covered in dirt and filth from working the day away, and there's some that already seem to be quite drunk. At the bar, there's a half-orc sitting, sipping from a large tankard, and behind the bar is a dragonborn woman who appears to be the bartender.
Is
As
it
you-
evening? Sorry.
Yeah, you guys all met up right here around 9 p.m. by the time
Oh.
everyone was done their downtime. So,
Wow.
as you enter, the barkeep looks at Uaighe And she goes, You got some balls coming back here.
I don't know what you're talking about. I was just here for a couple nights earlier this month.
Oh, you don't remember what happened last time you were here?
Remember what?
The half-orc chuckles. And he turns around and he goes, You're a savage! That bar brawl was the best bar brawl I've seen in years! The way you bit that half-elf's ear off was incredible! I've never seen anything like it! And the barkeep looks at him and he kind of shuts up. And she turns back to you and she goes, If you break any more tables, I'm kicking you right back out like last time.
I still am not quite positive what you're talking about, but sure, I'll follow all the rules, I promise.
You're allowed 1 beer. That's it. You're not having 7 like last time you were here. I don't want to deal with it.
Oh. Right. Could I have 2, do you think?
If you're on your best behavior.
I promise, pray to Audia, I will be on my best behavior.
She says, Alright, fine. Get in here then, and take a seat if you want. She points to one of the empty tables for the party.
Can I go and kind of smack is he orc or half orc? I don't know. Can I give him a pat on the back and give him a wink?
Sure. Yes, you do that. You walk up to the bar, you give him a pat on the back and a wink. He kind of raises his tankard to you, and he doesn't seem like a laborer. He's got some leather armor on. He seems like he might be an adventurer, perhaps, or a bodyguard. You're really not sure. What are the rest of you up to?
As we walk by the barkeep, I'd like to make a gesture of condolences and look very puzzlingly towards Uaighe, and look back at the barkeep, and then back at Uaighe, and then back at the barkeep, and back at Uaighe as we continue to walk.
I'm gonna go up to Uaighe and just talk really quietly in her ear and say, "You are going by Ben, right?"
My name is Ben. Oh yeah, I'm Ben. Ben is me.
That's what I thought. Just double checking.
Good plan.
Tenebris would like to go to the barkeep, and he actually first like to say to the group, I think we should all get a room.
That's a great idea. I'll go make the accommodations for that. You guys sit down and get a drink. I don't drink anyway. And I walked with Tenebris. I think Tenebris is gonna go get a room.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go with Tenebris.
Okay.
So as you two walk up to the barkeep, she's a dragonborn female. She looks to be about middle-aged. She's rather burly. Seems like she's in pretty good shape. And she has a small dagger strapped to her hip. And as you walk up, she says, What can I do for you two?
I look down at Tenebris. Tenebris, would you like to address our accommodation issue?
I'd like a large room for our party.
We'd like a large room for the party.
Well, I have a few different types of accommodation. For 5 copper pieces, you can put a bedroll down wherever you can find space in the tavern. For 2 silver pieces, you can sleep in one of the common rooms. There's 12 beds in each of them. And for a total of 8 silver pieces, you can have one of the 3 private rooms that only fit 1 person.
It feels a lot like the Lord of the Rings.
Tenebris hands her the 8 silver pieces.
You're taking a
I'll
private
take-
room?
I'd like to take all 3.
All 3 private rooms. Okay. Yeah, so hand her 24 silver pieces.
I'll
How many
cover
go-
half of that, and I put down 12 silver pieces.
She says, Alright, don't mess up the rooms too bad if you're sleeping with more than 1 person in there. They're not that big.
Yeah, we'll try.
Nova's gonna look around and she's just gonna be like a little uncertain about staying there because it's not very fancy. She's gonna kind of be, I'm not so sure if we should stay at the Dewstill Maggot. Do you think it's a good idea? Is it even clean in here? Like,
As you look around, you see some dirt on the floor, but like, it's pretty clean. It's just not fancy. It's very plain, very simple.
I could get fleas, you know?
I'd like to instantly walk back towards the party and be like, "Hey, everyone, we got 3 rooms."
You're at the bar.
Sorry.
Let her finish.
Okay.
Why did you take all 3 of those?
He's the bar too. You can't talk
We're
to
at the
him.
bar.
They're both at the bar right now.
Oh, right. Okay, I'm gonna walk up to Tenebris. I'm not. I guess I'm metagaming that. I'm totally metagaming. Okay, Tenebris, what do you think we should do? Have you booked a room yet?
I booked all 3 of the private rooms.
We got all 3.
Okay. So, could I pay you for a private room then? Because I don't know if I can sleep with a bunch of people.
Sure.
Yeah.
In silver
What do you?
pieces.
Why'd you book 3 private rooms anyhow?
Because
Are
I
you,
kind
you
of
turn into 3 people at night?
No, I just shapeshift into one creature. It's just I kind of figured we'd all want to discuss what we did for the day.
Oh, I see. All right. Well, here. How much was a private room?
Well, the cost of all 3 of them was 25 silver pieces. The individual one was 8 silver pieces. So you can just give me 10 silver pieces.
Big math.
What a bargain you're trying to make.
Oh my god, he's trying to make a profit.
I love it.
Boy.
What?
Amazing.
You're
Wow.
new to the club. Well, I'll give you 10. Sure, why not?
Or
Donate.
we
I'll
can-
donate.
I paid for half of the rooms. I look over at Tenebris with like a
And
scowling look I would give a merchant person trying to scam a fellow artisan or artist out of a very fine crafted project thing. I'd look over at Tenebris and be like, or we can give it to her for fair price because we paid normal price as well. And I look back
alright.
at Nova.
I
And
changed
he's
my
like,
mind. I'd like to see the room first. Sir behind the bar, can I please see the room?
He goes, "Ma'am, it's ma'am. I'm a woman.
Oh, ma'am.
I love it.
You don't see many dragonborn, do you? We don't sound like you human men.
Human? Do you think
Well,
I'm
you're
a
not human, but you know, he's a human, and he's a human, and he's a human.
I'm a human.
I
He's
think
a.
we're getting off on the wrong foot here. I'm an owl. You're a ma'am.
Just listen, if you want to see the rooms that are upstairs, go
I
down the
love
long
it.
hallway. It'll turn into a T, and there's 4 doors. The 3 on the right are the rooms you guys booked.
Okay, wonderful. Hey, Oik, I'm heading up to see the rooms. Just letting you
Right.
know.
All
I
right.
like your mates in here. It seems like you're pretty close with them.
Right.
I mean, Ben. Ben? Oh God. Oh God.
Uh-oh.
You go by
That's
Ben
out
these
there
days,
now.
don't you?
My name is Ben. I am Ben.
You are Ben. You are Ben.
I am
Okay.
Ben.
The
Ben
orc
is me.
and the barkeep kind of look at both of you like, that was a weird exchange.
Okay, I'll be upstairs if anybody needs me.
Vine,
Okay.
how high are the ceilings here?
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh, yes. Oh,
The
yes.
DM says, oh no.
Immediately is.
This is exactly how I wanted this to go.
The ceilings are probably about 10 feet.
Okay. All right.
Okay,
As,
so
are the
nobody's
rest of you
going to
sitting at
walk
a table?
I'm gonna
Thwish,
I'm
man.
gonna walk to the barkeep and say, Madame, I've told some people to send some letters this way. Is there any way I can pay you gold per month to and my party will keep coming back here to check the letters. Is there any way you can receive the letters for me?
Anna tilts her head and she looks at you. She says, How often are you expecting letters?
Not often. We've only told a couple people, but if I can pay you a few gold pieces a month, you can always come back and check them out.
You give me 3 gold pieces a month. That's fine by me.
Okay, thank you. What's your name?
My name is Shalana.
Okay, thank you, Shalana. My name's Cain, and I slide 3 gold coins.
Alright, she takes them. And she says, Do any of you want a drink?
I would.
I would also like one.
Yeah.
I don't drink.
Who all is still downstairs, by the way? Did anyone start leaving, or are you all still here?
I've walked
I
upstairs.
think I
No,
went up to
I'm-
Nova, to be honest, because Aaron is also very curious in these rooms.
If it's kind of hustly, if it's kind of bustly inside, Vine would want to go outside.
Yeah, how busy is it in there?
There's about 5 people, other than the bartender and half orc. They're all clustered around one table right now. They're
Oh.
pretty rowdy, but the rest of the tavern is pretty quiet.
Is there a table big enough for all of us to sit at?
Yeah.
Vine is going to be very curious, and he's going to try to sneak up to the people at the table to hear what they're talking about.
Okay, just give me 1 sec to finish the drinks with everyone else. So with everyone else who wants a drink, she says, I can get you a gallon of Wise Homunculus Pilsner for 2 silver pieces each.
That sounds great.
That sounds like it's alive.
Homunculus Pilsner. Is this a real beer, bro?
No.
Like,
No.
yeah, all right. Sounds like some IPA.
Maybe I'll make it one.
Love that.
So, how many silver pieces for all of us? 14?
How many of you are drinking?
Oh, you drinking?
I am, and I hand her the 2 silver.
Yeah, I'll also give her 2 silver.
Kane,
Yeah, me too.
It
Yeah.
makes
you're the only 3?
I
Nova,
apologize.
you're not drinking?
I'm definitely drinking, but I'm upstairs right now.
Okay, you're gonna go check out the room first.
It's a thing. It's an actual beer.
I love it.
Like,
Is it actually a beer?
It's an actual beer.
I
Wow.
knew it sounded familiar.
I don't
I was
think,
like,
but
wait.
it's definitely, yep.
That's funny.
Oh, you're
Amazing.
Who would have thought? Anyways, so she grabs the 3 of you a large tankard of ale and brings it over, puts it on the bar for you to grab.
Grab it. Bring it
Thank
over to
you.
the table.
All right, and Vine, are you trying to like sneak up so they don't see you, or?
Yes. He wants to eavesdrop.
Okay, you can roll stealth.
All right, rolling stealth. This is the first time I think I've rolled stealth in this entire campaign. So, and I do
love
have proficiency with it. So
Let's see.
let's
Oh,
see
good.
here.
You have proficiency with stealth.
Yes.
7. That one. So as you begin to walk over, 2 of the guys on the other side of the table immediately start looking at you. As you're heading over to trying to eavesdrop.
He's gonna
And
start
then-
walking like he's very casual and normal now, as casual as Vine can walk, which is
There's
not
kinda-
very.
Where are you walking to?
Towards them. Still.
Okay. So
I
you
love
walk
this
up,
visual.
and they're all human. They look at you and they're like, "Can I help you?"
Vine is gonna go. Help you.
They all kind of look at each other. We don't need any help. Can we help you?
He's gonna go. Need help.
Do we see this or no?
Yeah, the whole tavern sees this.
Okay.
Let him talk to them. It's okay. He's learning.
They look at
I just,
Vine and they're like,
Amazing.
I just don't want him to get in trouble.
Okay, we'll step in right at the cusp when he's about to get in trouble. How about that?
All right.
they're still looking at Vine. They're like, you need help?
Need help.
Don't gesture towards the rest of the party.
What
That's
do
gonna
you-
look awful.
Oh,
What do you need help with?
What do you need help with?
The guy kind of slams his ale on the table and he goes, "I don't need help." He goes,
Vine looks back at the rest of the party and goes, "Help!"
Fine. Come back.
Oh god.
I'm just gonna like yell across to where he is and say, "Oi, Vine, get over here, have a beer."
And then Vine's gonna go, "Have beer," and then walk away.
they're all just looking at Vine walking away like flabbergasted, like what just happened? And they kind of look at Thwish and Cain, and then just slowly go back to drinking.
Summarizing
Their ale.
that scene.
I hand my tankard to Vine. There you go.
Vine is gonna look at it curiously and kind of smile and look a little bashful, yeah, because what he was trying to do didn't really go how he had hoped it would.
What do Vine's
Blushing.
teeth look like? What do Vine's teeth look like?
He's got his canines are a little longer than the rest of his teeth. And it's white, pearly white.
All right. Who went upstairs? Aaron, Tenebris, and Nova all went upstairs, right?
I did. I guess I could go upstairs.
Well,
Yeah.
if you say downstairs, it's fine. I'm not sure who went.
I'll go with them.
All right. So the three of you
Oh.
went upstairs, and you follow the hallway. On the right and the left, you see two large common rooms. The doors are open. You see a couple spots where it looks like people have already claimed a bed, and there's about 12 beds in each room. But not many people seem like they're actually spending the night here right now. At the back, you see the 4 doors, one of which has a sign that says taken, and the other 3 do not.
All right, I suppose those doors with no signs on them are ours. Let's make our way.
Yeah, I suppose so. Let's go bust down the door.
I'd like to look around the corridor to see if there's anyone else there at the moment.
There's no one else upstairs right now that you can see.
No one else.
Aaron's
upstairs?
gonna look back over his shoulder, look back down at Nova and be like, okay, shh. And I'm gonna open my backpack and pull out a small little brass, what appears to be a lizard, with little green, kind of glowing eyes. And it's just kind of happy to be out of a bag. It's kind of acting like a little bit like a puppy, a little rowdy almost.
Aaron, is that a pet?
Kind of, I suppose you could call it that, but it's technically magic, and I don't know how the city force would deal with this. I kind of completely forgot about that.
Well,
Oh,
he looks
sorry.
cute. Can
finish.
I pet him? I want to pet him.
I mean, I suppose you can. And the lizard's just kind of like,
What?
Wow.
Good dog.
kind of. It's acting like a dog.
I love it. Okay. What's his
Um,
name? Oh, sorry. Wait.
I actually haven't had the chance to name him yet.
Okay.
I don't even know if it's a he. No, it's a girl. All machines are girls.
Lizzie.
Tenebris, what are you doing? Will this happen?
Does Tenebris see this lizard?
Yeah, you guys all see it.
Yeah,
You're on the
you see this
stairs
lizard.
upstairs.
Tenebris looks at Aaron. He looks at the lizard and says, "If that gets seen, we'll all be in prison. I'm not going to prison. Put it back in the bag. I have the keys." And he opens the door.
You can't just spend his entire life in a bag. The lizard looks
Yes,
at you.
he can.
And
Yes, you can.
As Tenebris is opening the door, he says, "Yes, it can. It's a piece of metal." And he opens the door.
So inside the room,
Hold the lizard close to my heart.
this room, so the private rooms are relatively small. They have one large bed in it. It's about a double bed, if you know what a double bed looks like. And a small chest at the bottom and a side table with a candle on it, and that's it. Very plain. The bed looks rather firm, and the linen looks rather coarse.
Okay.
But-
Nova would just like to run through all 3 of them and pick the one that looks best.
They all look like the same. Like they're not really distinguishable.
Okay, she's kind of disappointed that none of them look best, but she's just gonna take the last one that she walks into. So the furthest one down the hall.
Sure.
Okay. And
Yeah, so you go in.
okay,
The
Aaron,
room is the same as all the other
Tenebris,
ones.
yeah, this is going to be mine. Decided.
Okay.
That sounds good. I feel like Tenebris and I will probably bunk here with Cain. And I just drop my bag and roll out my little bedroll because I there's only one bed in each room, right?
The bed
yeah.
could fit 2 people. Not super comfortably, but it could.
I'm gonna sleep on my bedroll anyway. And I plop my bag down. I put my bag back on and stick. And I'm just holding Lizard Boy. I don't want to leave little Lizard Boy alone.
And Tenebris?
Tenebris doesn't really have much. He just has a satchel, and he's just like, "I'll keep it on me."
All right.
Okay, Aaron and Tenebris, I'm pretty happy with the way these look. They're not as bad as I was expecting. How do you feel about going down back for a drink?
I don't drink, but I'll join you guys.
Tenebris also says, and Aaron and what's your name, Nova?
Hey,
I don't care
call me
about
what's
money.
his name.
I don't care about money. I heard a number. I was just saying a number. You can have the room for free. I really don't care.
It's very generous of you there, Tenebris.
Well, thank you. Dinner's on me then.
All
And then I'm
right.
just gonna go soar down the stairs and land by the table with everyone at.
Okay. As this little owl comes flying down the stairs.
Yeah.
Everyone, those guys at the table, kind of look at that, and they're kind of like, "What is going on?" It's like you're disturbed. It's like they come here after work every day, and their evening has just been disturbed.
What is it, like a Tuesday or what? What's
Yeah, it's like the
weekday?
middle of the week.
The
Oh, okay,
average
it's like
Tuesday.
Yeah.
Adventurers walk into a tavern.
I'm
So
just gonna see them glancing. I'd like to glance at them as well. And what you looking at? You never seen an owl before?
the guy just kind of looks at you and he goes, not a talking one."
Pleasure to meet your acquaintance.
He just kind of
And
looks
you
back at his ale.
Alright. Who are you guys anyway?
Who?
We just work around here.
And anyone have any questions for him?
Vine is going to almost take a drink out of the jig
Ale.
of beer, and then he's gonna look up and notice and look again at the Dragonborn and be very curious with this Dragonborn.
Okay.
He's gonna kind of walk over to the Dragonborn and just kind of stare.
She just kind of sees you staring at her, and she goes, "I get weirder than you, little guy."
Oh, he's not little anymore. He's like 18, isn't he? It looks like
Yeah,
She's
but-
pretty tall. She's like 6'3", so
He's 6 foot at this point.
as long as
She
you're
still
shorter
looks
than
down.
her, you're a little guy.
I'll buy another tankard since Vine has mine.
Sure. So you go up. She exchanges your 2 silver for a tankard. Thwish, Oik, what are you guys doing? Sorry,
Right.
actually, just quickly, Oik, are you wearing what you purchased, or is it in a bag or something?
I'm wearing what I purchased.
Oh, you are wearing what you purchased.
I am
okay.
gonna wear it if that's cool.
Yeah,
I
that's
figure
fine.
I would have had time to change into it.
I
Really?
didn't think you had it on, so I'll
Yeah, what is
describe.
Can we tell this
Um,
moment? We can tell it's different.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I just didn't narrate it because I didn't think she'd put it on yet, but she did. So, Oik, you guys notice as you all get back to the table with your beers. And Nova and Aaron, Tenebris, if any of you guys wanted ale, you can buy it. Kind of while I narrate this with the barkeep. Those 2 silver pieces if you want one. Just subtract 2. You guys all notice that Oik is wearing plate armor. So as before it was chainmail, now you see that the armor is gleaming plates, and they're very bright. The steel is extremely bright, and it looks flexible but sturdy, and not quite like normal plate armor. It's a little bit different looking.
This Vine is going to be instantly attracted to it because it's shiny.
Oh no.
Aaron, sitting down at this table with, might I add, just a cup of water, is just kind of holding his bag, and he gestures towards Oik. Actually, question DM: How well can I tell, like, if at all, the craftsmanship of the armor?
You can roll investigation, looking at it.
Please roll an investigation. Oh, you'd really like
I
that.
got an investigation of +7. I only got 4. Got 11. That's pretty.
With that and your background knowledge of metals and stuff, it's not like you have no idea about materials. You can tell that she's wearing mithril plate armor.
Aaron would like to have wide eyes and be like, "Oik, that's some pretty fancy armor you got there."
I don't know
Pretty
who you're
nice.
calling Oik. I thought this
I
was
mean, so wait, no, I have no knowledge of this. I kind of lean in a little bit towards Thwish.
No, you
Why
all
is-
you all know.
You all know.
No,
all know.
Aaron doesn't know this. He's never been in the room or paying attention when Oik was referred to as Ben.
No, but I gave
is the
her the
first time.
passport.
She gave her the
for
passport
everyone.
and
Yeah,
told
no,
everyone.
the party knows.
Right.
Party
Oh,
knows.
You dropped this.
Right.
and
Okay.
then-
I forgot
yeah.
about that. Never mind.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
Ben.
Still said Oik, but you.
Oh
call her
yeah, I'm
Ben now.
Ben.
But yes. That's very nice armor you have there. Where'd you get it?
Well, I sold my bracelets for it.
Oh,
What?
Was that a
You-
good idea?
the magical health bracelets.
Yes, the magical health bracelets. I sold them.
Oh, I mean,
You did.
is can I see if you potentially got swindled and roll a little bit of what would I
Here.
roll?
You already rolled
I
investigation,
already did.
so you don't see anything other than it looks like mithril.
Yeah, Oik,
What if I check the magical
does it-
properties?
I mean, wait, I'm just gonna ask Oik something. So Ben, what exactly does it do for you that you decided to sell the bracelets for?
Well, it means that I'm a lot harder to hit than I was before. And it means that I can be a lot more stealthy. Feel the metal. Do you feel how light it is? Feel it. Feel it.
Oh, yeah,
Do you feel how light it is?
really light for metal.
Right. It feels like I'm not wearing anything at all. So
Metal.
I'm no
can't
longer
be
all
light.
clunky. Feel it. Feel it, Aaron.
Okay, well, that is very light metal.
All right.
What in the
So it
world?
means that I can be really sneaky, whereas
That
before
almost
I
feels
was a little
three
bit
times as
clunky.
No, that almost feels twice as strong as steel, but only 3 times the what?
Third.
Third the weight. That's what I was going for. Thank you. Thank
Linus
you,
is gonna
magical
walk
voice
up
from
to
the
it and
sky.
go, "Ooh."
Very shiny.
As you all touch your armor, you realize it's not nearly as noisy as you would expect plate armor to be, with the plates rubbing and sliding against each other, and it is
Quiet.
light but feels very strong.
Oh.
Mm.
Can I tell the party like what it actually does?
Yeah.
Yeah, what does
Okay.
that actually do?
Like just out of character, it means that what's my armor class go up to now? 21 regularly, and then 23 with my spell.
Very nice.
Oh,
That's
it's different?
real good.
Yeah.
Aaron
armor.
sheds a single tear and looks back at his own hands, which read AC 10.
Yeah. Yeah. Right, and so, hear me out, right? So I sold the bracelets because, quite honestly, they don't really add that much more healing powers. Right?
No, that makes
But what I was, right, and I was noticing when we were in battle, it seemed really useful when I was able to just get hit. Right? When everyone was focused on me and I was just able to get hit a lot. And then the rest of you could come in, swords swinging, and do some real damage, but I was the one getting hit, not yous. Right, so I sold the bracelets, which are pretty useless, quite honestly, and got this instead.
I know, it's quite smart.
I think so.
That is
I will
quite
point
smart.
out, this time in the tavern is your opportunity to tell each other about what you got up to on your downtime, if you would like to share anything. Zoe, you can continue, and then Thwish and Cain, you guys haven't got much time roleplay yet, so we'll go you guys next in terms of time to chat.
I also commissioned a man to find me another morning star.
Mm.
Oh.
You want to dual wield morning stars.
No, I'm just going to use one. I need a shield still, don't I?
What are you going to do with the old one? If you don't mind me asking.
Well, I don't know. Do you want it?
Does it have any magical properties on it right now?
No.
Oh. Maybe.
No.
Might look into that. Sure. And you know what? That actually might come in handy because there's one thing I've learned recently. You remember how you swatted that mummy across the room right into Cain's feet and knocked me against the wall, right?
I did do that. I did.
I've been looking into that and thinking back, and I may be able to replicate the exact thing. A little bit of tweaking and tinkering, but I think I can do something similar. So when we're in another combat or hustle, if we could work together and coordinate something, we could do an awesome strike down on someone with stronger armor than you, let's say.
Well, there you go. I think it's a great idea.
All right.
All right.
On top
ahead.
of if I shove them prone and I have them, if I have them wrapped around my arms grappled, that'll give you guys even more opportunity to smack down on them.
Oh.
What did you get up to, Cain, on your downtime?
I commissioned Francisca Millsplitter to find me sandals of spider climbing. I look at mine.
Larry hears the word spider and goes,
Hopefully, I get them tomorrow. And I bought a variety of alchemist supplies. I'd like to spend the whole day tomorrow making all kinds of potions. Maybe, 3 kinds. But I have to wait till tomorrow evening for my item. I look at the party, and do we mind if we stay another night here in Crimsonwall?
I don't mind. I have a project I'm working on anyway.
That's fine
Finish
with me.
it. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, right. I need to stay for my morning star as well.
Awesome. That's it. Tomorrow you might not see much of me. I'll find some place to do some alchemy. So
Tenebris says, he says, I'll wait till everyone else is done to tell you what I did.
Mm.
Thwish,
Don't
do you
need to
want
be
to
a
share?
little shy horse. Come on,
Yeah.
step out of the stable and tell us all what you
I'll
did.
wait.
So I'll tell you what I got up to because I found some pretty important information I think we all would like to hear. Excuse me while I get out my notes. I'm actually reading notes that I wrote, so it's going to be kind of all over the place. So
These
in the
notes.
time that I had, I looked at 3 books. I went to Candlekeep and I used the book that Erin gave me. I exchanged the autobiography of General Curran to get in. Because sadly they needed me to get another book, or whatever. So
Wait, only one book?
only one. You just need one rare one, and then you gained entrance.
Okay.
Okay, so the first book that I looked at was about the gods of Vydia, because I found some pretty cool information I shared with you previously about Oddmiss that some of us had found previously. So basically, there was an ancient site found in Ferristerius, and that was where the symbol of Oddmiss first appeared. And can I show them that I drew the things that you sent me?
Yeah, you can share that picture if you want.
Nice.
Okay, I don't know how to do that. Can you do that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I
So,
love
The
it.
old lady believes in. Is that the
yes,
goal?
so
Yeah.
this is
Okay.
this is the god that Lady Misery believes in. I'll show you the 3 things that I drew.
I'm
So-
about to send them in main
Yeah,
chat.
go ahead.
Aaron kind of nuzzles in a little closer. This is our
So basically, Oddmiss, the symbol is a modification of the overlay of Ubris and Ibis. So there's no creation or destruction. It's just an abyss.
Ooh.
And that's where the center represents, just the abyss. So the evils out there in the world are growing and they're linked to a darker power that are causing the creatures to come in from the veil where supposedly Oddmiss resides currently. This work, I believe, was done by Lady Misery, but there was no name given in the book. But the Avowed, who is basically like one of the library keepers.
Sorry guys, ignore that link I just sent in chat. I don't know what that is, but it's not working. So
So I was told
Okay.
by one of the librarians, they call them the Avowed, that whoever wrote this was cast out of the temple. So I'm assuming it was Lady Misery. And it told me that Oddmiss had a role in the Great War, where the last protectors did the last ritual, and it sealed the veil of the plane, which supposedly Oddmiss is. The second book that I got, I wanted to know more about the tree with the gemstone in it. So basically, as we already know, the spirits of the people who died in the area, whether they're good or bad, they just kind of get trapped there, for lack of a better word. We don't know how or why that happens. And then, as we know, the first protectors were actually contained there, and that's what people actually thought. So we know that to be true. I asked, I kind of looked in the book to see if there were any more sites like this. So there are other ancient sites in Vydia. And there's one supposedly in the Vanishing Dunes, which we can see in the map that we have. No scholar has ever been there to actually record this. Basically, the Vanishing Dunes, they shift and change. And whenever it's investigated through magical means, the people who did that, they got a sense that there was similar magic to the tree. So then I asked if there was a book about the Vanishing Dunes. So there was one, but it was written similar to a journal. And the person was Layla Mornhell, who wrote this. She was supposedly someone in the military. And so she wrote as if she was a part of this military caravan going through the dunes. And the area of the desert during the Great War, it didn't have a name at that time. It was just a bunch of desert. And the dunes started to shift around them during this caravan going through it, and they started to get attacked by creatures. So the author kind of suggests that there was this weird vibe around in the area. People didn't believe what happened when they reported it, and no one found evidence. It kind of seems like there was some sort of erasure happening of the history. But I think that we should kind of look at some military records to see if Layla Mornhell was actually part of this, and kind of look into the Vanishing Dunes, because there might be another ancient site there that captures some ancient evil.
Oh my god, and you found all that out in like one afternoon.
Yeah, in 4 hours I did a lot of reading. I frequented it years ago when I was here, so pretty quick at getting information.
Okay.
That's a lot of information.
I know it was a lot actually to like take in, guys. So
Cool.
Aaron
I love that
very
though.
would like to lean forward a little bit and be like, "Where in the world were you when I was going through my academy training?"
Does anyone need any clarification about
yeah,
what she shared?
if I missed anything, Zave, I don't know. Just
No, you're
like
good.
mention it because I don't know. I did or not.
So Odmin, is it Odmis?
Odmis, yeah.
Odmis is the god.
I sent
Layla,
the sigils in main chat now, so you guys should be able to.
Ooh.
Yeah, there are
Layla
three
is-
sigils.
I'm going to pull out from my bag a book that I picked up from the crypt, and hand it across to Thwish. I think this would be better in your hands. This is from Journal Crumb's tomb. Sorry, maybe you should have brought it this afternoon, but maybe if you go back there, you can show it to them.
That's all right. I only needed one book just to gain entry. I can go back as many times as I please after this.
Sure.
Speaking of only using one book, Thwish, what happened to the other 5?
Don't worry, I have them. If you want them back, I can give them to you.
No, as long as they're in safe hands.
They're okay.
Very
I
safe
love
hands.
it.
Would anyone else like to share what they got up to in their downtime?
Oh yeah, sure.
Were you about to go?
No, you go first.
Tenebris has a very important reason why he wants to go last, so you want to go.
Oh, okay. Yeah, on my downtime, what I did is I also purchased some new armor, and I'm gonna like stand up and show it off. It's
Nice.
a breastplate.
Oh.
Yes, very nice. And I picked up some healing potions so I can be of service on the battlefield. I just, all of these spells that I can learn, I can only really learn spells that will heal myself. And I'm trying to be a bit more selfless these days, I think it's important. So I'm working on it. And yeah, and I also picked up a bag of iron dust. You'll see later what it's for.
Why? Why?
You'll see. It's a surprise.
Don't question the iron dust. The only thing that matters is she grabbed iron dust, and it's a
did.
surprise. I, for one, am very excited towards this metal surprise that is
But why
going to
would
be
you buy?
unbagged soon.
Why would you buy iron dust and not iron, like a sword or a mace or a weapon?
I already bought a piece of armor, so I wouldn't want to buy 2 actual tangible items. And it's very
Right.
selfless again. So
Is it for your armor? Do you like rub it on after you've taken a hit? Does it like fill the crack? I don't understand it.
maybe we can just sprinkle it on ourselves, and maybe I can make all of you fly
Right.
with it.
Oh,
Yeah, like a fairy.
well, that would
Unless
be
you're
good.
joking, because that would be
Definitely
a
not
very
that.
cruel joke if you're joking.
Oh, Thwish, I'm sorry. I am joking.
The bird who can't fly.
Oh, snap.
I love it.
Wow.
As you all are chatting, the half-orc drags a chair loudly over,
Yeah.
puts it down, plops down at your table with a tankard full of ale, and he goes, 2 gold pieces that could drink all of you.
Aaron Van Berry looks at him and is like, I'm sure you can.
Mm.
But obviously,
wait,
you could
you
outdrink
mean
me.
Ben. Oh, no? You're
What?
not a good drinker?
But I'm not allowed to have more than 2. I'm not allowed to have more than 2 drinks. How am I
Wait,
supposed to outdrink him?
Behind the half-orc, you see the barkeep like this. Just staring at you.
Right, see?
Possible,
See?
no worries, barkeep.
I think this is how Ben got into trouble with that bar fight the last time. Did you try to outdrink this creature?
Is that what happened, Mr. Urkman?
I may have had a small part in the amount of alcohol you consumed.
I knew it.
I'll
I
play.
think-
Yeah.
Oh,
Wow.
Kate.
Before Cain agrees to this, I mean, he's already agreed to this, but while they're making that agreement, Aaron Vanberry would like to raise an eyebrow at this guy like a questioning father figure would and roll an insight check.
Can
on
I
this guy.
help
I want to
him?
know what he's up to.
Because I have proficiency and I kind of want to know too.
what are you trying to gain insight on?
I
trying
want
to
to know
gain
his
ins-
intentions.
I also want to know what angle he's going for. Is he solely trying to do this for fun, or is he hiding something else?
That's kind of what I want to know. Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
Roll insight with advantage. The two of
Do you
are-
want me to roll it, Aaron? Do you want me to roll it? Oh, never mind. Oh, good.
Well, I got a
That's good,
19
that's
with
good.
my plus 3. I'm gonna roll a second time.
Okay. I have plus 5. That's why I was like, don't me to roll.
We'll take that 19.
So, it seems like he's doing this for fun, but he's very confident that he's gonna win. Like a little too confident that he's gonna win.
Before you start, can I see what's in your cup?
He goes, sure. And
We're
you look.
just trying to play a game, Thwish.
I just want to see if he's drinking water.
He's
Then
like, come on, I want to
you can
drink.
Oh, I mean, if he's drinking water, I'll gladly join in.
So
Fine.
Thwish, you glance in, and it's ale. It's the same ale you're all drinking.
Can I tell if it's like, I don't know, if he has like magical thing that's gonna make him like outdrink Cain?
You can make an Arcana check.
Oh, I'd like to give her. I'd like to aid her in this because I have a plus 7.
That'd be great. Do you want to
How-
do it for me?
Sorry.
I'll do it.
How are you going to aid her? Because she's just investigating it. She's given no indication that she's trying to see if there's magic. So how are you going to help?
Well, I feel like with my passive perception, I can see what she's looking for. I don't know.
No, you're not rolling with advantage. You can roll without help.
Okay.
On this
Okay.
one.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh.
Are you kidding me?
It'd be like that sometimes.
Seems like a normal tankard to you.
Because I only have 0, a plus 0. It's just a 1.
Why did you?
So
I
Cain,
mean,
the
I turn
orc
to Vine.
Oh
pulls it back. Sorry, go ahead.
I turn to Vine and I say, Vine, do you want to take my place, or I know you can drink too, right?
Vine is gonna be kind of like he's gonna be confused because he doesn't really know what it is. He'll be like, "Drink too?"
Okay, it's fine. I'll drink. It's fine. I'll play.
Can I roll
Okay.
an insight on Cain to see how old he is?
Not right
Just randomly rolls insight to see how old Cain is.
now. At another time, perhaps.
Oh, it's fine.
Okay, so
Underage drinking.
this is a moderate strength alcohol. So the way this works, Cain, is you can have an intoxication equal to your Constitution score plus 1. Each
Okay.
full tankard you drink is 2 levels of intoxication.
What?
So
Okay.
you can technically drink 2.5 before you are incredibly intoxicated.
And that's
Wait,
what
do
happened.
you
And that's
consume-
why Ben is the boss of this. Right there.
It's Constitution plus 1. Is that what you said?
Constitution score plus 1 is
Okay.
your intoxication like threshold.
Gotcha.
Oh. Well, and I'd be fine maybe for a bit.
Okay. So how does I look at the half orc and say, okay, how does the game work?
He goes, well, we drink until one of us can't drink anymore. If I win,
And-
you pay me 2 gold pieces. If you win, I'll pay you 2 gold pieces.
I look at the
Interesting.
party, see if anyone else wants to step in. If no one does, I plop down 2 gold pieces on the table.
I'm
I'll look at
questioning
Cain
looking
and
at
say-
Cain.
Vine
worry,
sees you
I'll take
putting
care of
gold
you.
pieces on the table, and he puts like 5 gold pieces on the
Fine, it's okay. It's okay.
Aaron Vanberry is going to be questioningly looking at Cain and looking back at the orc, back at the gauntlet, back at Cain. Are you sure you want to challenge this guy? He seems rather confident in himself
fine,
and
it's
his
fine.
skills.
So you only have a +1
fine.
in con. Sorry. So your intoxication threshold is +2. So
Yeah.
it's 2. My bad. So what we'll do is after each drink, you'll make a con save,
Okay.
and the DC is going to be 8 plus the strength of the drink, which is 2, plus your level of exhaustion. If you fail, you gain a level of drinking exhaustion, which is separate than our typical table. So
This guy probably has like a +5 or something in his constitution.
Probably beastly.
I mean,
So-
you're the big boy.
he raises his tankard to cheers you, and he goes, "Let's see what you got."
Cheers.
And he turns it up, and in about 2 seconds, chugs the whole thing and slams it on the table. And he just looks at you smiling. Will you
Okay,
finish?
I try to keep up.
Okay, so roll a con saving throw as you finish that first drink.
Oh boy.
Oh!
Oh.
Come
Not sitting
on.
well.
Hold
Not
your
sitting
alcohol.
well.
So yeah, that is not sitting well in your stomach after that first one. It's like full of this liquid. You're a little queasy, and he's just smiling at you, and he goes, "Barkeep!" And she comes over with 2 more tankards, and he picks it up, and he's like, "Let's go, buddy."
I calm myself down. And I grab the tankard.
Bottoms up.
Bottoms up again.
So you both finish. He puts his down. He looks like he's feeling fine. Roll your con save.
You got this.
Jesus.
No!
Oh!
Okay, so
Oh man.
this time you're starting to look like you're swaying a little bit.
Mm.
As you finish that, you're burping a lot. You look like you're not feeling great. He's smiling at you,
Come on, Cain.
and he goes, "Barkeep!" And she's already there with 2 more.
Wait,
Is she
been
just like
traveling a
sighing
lot,
and
okay?
shaking her head?
He goes, "Come on, buddy, you can do it!" And he cheers you with his third.
Cain,
Oh
I
my god.
appreciate it,
pull
but
yourself
hard.
together. You got this,
Okay.
mate. Come on,
I'll try my
bro.
best.
Is this orc a bard? Because he's cheering Cain on.
He's
if he's
not
a bard-
He's not a
Okay.
bard. So he chugs his tankard equally as quick, slams it on the table, and he's watching you
Cain.
struggling a little bit. And what's the third con save gonna be?
Like a 25?
on.
What is
Oh
that?
god! No! That one. So as
Dude.
drinking the beer dribbling down his
Oh my
chin,
god.
he just kind of
Oh lord.
his arm falls, and he just kind of like slumps over in his chair, and the beer tankard falls on the floor, and the orc goes, "Well, that's too bad." And he grabs the 2 gold off the table, and he goes, "If you ever want to try again, I'm always around." He goes and wanders back to the barn, and Cain, you're gonna have to sleep this off for a few hours to get rid of the
Yeah.
effects of being intoxicated. So,
Sure.
roll 1d4.
Crazy.
Well, the right number.
Oh my god, 4.
So it's gonna be 4 hours before you're sober enough to really remember what the hell's going on.
Okay.
Well,
Am I
that,
just passed out now?
You're still awake, but like you're
Oh.
very like, oh,
Okay. From a scale of 1 to 10, how drunk am I?
you're
Like
like a
10
solid, you're like a solid
15.
8 drunk right now.
Mm.
Like you're not
Okay.
blackout, but like,
Close.
It's like things are woozy.
yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Here's some water, Cain. Drink this. Ice water, too. It's good for you.
Why are you handing
Thank
him
you.
my water? I'm the only one with water here.
Cain is red in the face. He's just fully red.
Mun's gonna walk over to you concerned, and he's gonna look back at the drink, whatever was in the cup, and he's gonna be like, like, he doesn't know what happened, but he's like,
I
nah.
gave you that tankard. You have to drink.
That's so cute.
Oh,
my God.
hey, everybody, I forgot to mention something. When I was out shopping in the magical marketplace,
Merchant ward.
the merchant ward,
Magical marketplace.
I happened to find someone who was talking. Like I overheard some individuals on the streets, and they were talking about a lost shipment on the West Shore. So somewhere on the West Shore, never eat sour watermelon. Oh, that way towards the river ward, there was a
I love that
lost-
you did that.
Yeah.
No way, it's never eat shredded wheat, okay? It's never eat shredded wheat. You're wrong.
Watermelon would be even more gross, though.
I think I agree with Nova there.
haven't
How a
heard
watermelon
either
is
of
a whole
those,
lot
like
gross.
years.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
There's a lost shipment, so I don't know if we wanted to go investigate that at some point. Did
It
anyone
was
else
from.
hear
It
about
was from the. You remember it being from the West Shore Adventurers Guild. They lost something in the swamps.
Adventurers Guild.
Where are
Thank you.
the swamps in the West Shore Ward? That's where
They
it's from?
are on the Vydia like kingdom scale map. They're that direction, but they're past the West Shore. Ward.
Oh, okay.
This is not in the city.
Oh.
The guild is, but the shipment they lost in the swamps. So,
Okay.
Excuse me.
Just something to have on our radar. Did anyone else find any of the other tasks that we might want to investigate?
Tenebris then says, I think we should go talk somewhere private.
Why?
Because what I'm about to talk to you about shouldn't be heard by all ears. And he looks around the tavern.
I want to know what Vine did though.
Oh yeah, what did Vine do?
Do we know? Vine, what did you do on your break? Can you tell us? In the best way
Vine's
you
just
can.
gonna shrug and be like,
Got
Oh, Vine.
David,
Drunk
it's
Cain.
worth a
You're
try.
so funny.
All right, Cain. I think maybe it's time for you to go take a nap. I gesture towards Uaighe and was like, "Want to help me bring him upstairs?"
No, I want to listen to Tenebris.
We're gonna
Right.
go
You should
listen
all
up
go-
in the
yes.
room. If you want to come
Oh,
join
okay.
us, you can.
Yeah,
Yeah, come
I'll
on, come on. Here, let me help you up.
Vine's gonna help Cain too.
Oh, thank you.
No, I'm
Vine.
Wait, do we
fine.
all have rooms?
Yeah. Well,
We
we're
do
gonna
all have
to
rooms.
bunk,
There's
but
3 rooms. I've already voluntold Tenebris, Cain, and myself to 1 room. I feel like Vine can join us if he wants to, because Aaron just like slumber parties.
But the rooms are pretty
big-
small.
yeah,
Like
how big
they are.
are
you
they?
could fit 2 people uncomfortably on the bed and 1 person on the floor, and that's like gonna be crammed. So
Hmm.
How many people can fit in one room?
3 people, so 2
Wow.
kind of crammed in the bed and 1 on the floor on like a bedroll.
Maybe the person at the front desk would have another room for us to sit in.
Let's just sit crisscross applesauce in one room. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll all sit
Applesauce.
applesauce.
Oh my god! Crisscross. I hate
Or
it.
stand. It doesn't matter.
Oh.
Can you stand? Can you stand, Cain?
He can lay on the bed. That would be great.
Cain tries to stand up. He's like, yeah, wavering.
dexterity. Make him roll
dexterity. I'd just like to walk up to the innkeeper.
Sure.
Would that be, and ask them, hey, would you happen to have any place that my friends and I could go to chat, like a business meeting room or a study room?
It's not a
Study
college.
room.
No,
Study room. Does this look like the kind of tavern that would have a study room?
a group meeting room, something?
She goes, listen, the common room on the left is empty right now. You can chat in there for a little bit, but just keep it down.
All right. Oh, don't worry.
People might be sleeping up there.
We'll keep it down. I don't know if Cain will keep it down, but it's okay. We'll make it through.
I
I'll
think
keep
we
it
should
down.
just go to the rooms because Cain can lie
Private room.
down and then we can all.
Yeah,
It's
sure.
pretty late anyway. Then we can all just sleep after.
You guys can
Okay.
use the common room to chat if you want to. You'd fit in there easier than one of the tiny bedrooms.
I was worried about people overhearing.
Up to you guys.
Okay.
Emperor suggests the private rooms.
Sure. So you can all make your way upstairs, past the table of people who are sitting there drinking, who are giving Cain a dirty look as he is stumbling and being helped by his teammates up the
What?
staircase.
Love it.
You're supposed to get drunk in here.
And you all pile into one of the private rooms, kind of shoulder to shoulder. It's pretty uncomfortable with 7 people in there.
Tenebris then says, the councilwoman has been killed.
Did you kill her?
No.
Are you telling us you killed someone?
My
Vine
goodness.
was killed.
Tenebris says the councilwoman has been killed, and guess what they saw carved into her forehead?
Which councilwoman?
One of the councilwomen of Vydia. Anyways.
Just of Crimsonwall.
Oh, okay.
No, Crimsonwall. Essentially, he says, so, after you all kind of left me in the gateway, and I didn't know my way anywhere, so I decided to just head to the Crimsonwall art post. And there, I talked to a lady who said that a lot of black cloak people have been running around in the city, cultists. I gave her the information I knew about the subject, the whole symbols and whatnot, and she told me about a case. The councilwoman has been killed and was found with the same sigil carved to her forehead. So, I told her I'd look into it, and I did. I went to her house. There's tons of Crimsonwall guards around, so there wasn't anything too dangerous. But what I found was that she had a cut across her neck and a cut on her lower right side, I do believe. And right there, like I said, she had the sigil on her head. The other guards in the area have also been killed. One had a cut under the armpit with a thin knife of some sort, and I couldn't quite get a look at the other guard. Needless to say, what I think happened is that Galibre is making a power play. I don't know.
Yes.
Nova.
I think he's planning to put someone in power. Someone who's working for him. So what I want to know is what was the councilwoman's name and who were her friends and enemies. I also like to know if she was currently in the process of creating a bill or one of the key votes for something in the government.
When did this
Legislation in
happen?
the government. It happened last night. So it's been at least, they've had roughly 24 hours to get further away. I also like to know who replaces the councilwoman if she dies. That could be one of the ways Galibre gets into contact and gets into power. I also like to know the cabinet members or the staff members of her, essentially her group of government people.
You wouldn't know this much about how the government works, Tenebris, living in the forest.
Okay.
You'd
Yeah.
know that she would probably need a replacement, but you wouldn't know how election works or how
Would I
cabinets
know?
and stuff of Vydia work. Thwish, you'd be a little more familiar with the process, like what was shared in the document about Crimsonwall, but none of you are like experts on the governance of the city.
Can
by
I
any means.
share like what I know that's in the document
Sure.
with them so then that they all know?
Basically, each ward, so the Pioneers Ward, River Ward, Merchant Ward, Ironsmith, North Ward, West Shore, and East Ward, all nominate several people who could take the councilman position for their ward. Then, councilors from the other cities vote on which person they think would be the best fit. After those votes, they form the council for the city, and the councilors for Crimsonwall elect a ruler. And the ruler is in charge of overseeing the broader city scope, while each councilman is responsible for their own district. So he shared that the one councilwoman was found dead in her home with her bodyguards, and then the rest, as he said.
Tenebris basically then says, I don't know where they went. I don't know where they went, but I very much would like to find out. They've already had 24 hours to get wherever they're going, and they would have how many hours for sleeping to get further. They're still in the city, at least that's what the guards lady told me. And by the way,
Perhaps
the
they're
reward for catching
studying-
them.
Sorry, Tenebris, I interrupted you. Continue.
He says, by the way, the reward for catching them is 1,000 gold, so if you're interested.
1,000 gold.
8?
Aaron, try and control yourself. Some woman has just died.
I'm sorry, but the gold reward states clearly how much these people want these cloaked figures captured, and we know exactly what they're capable of. I mean, the details within how these cloaked figures took out the armor, I mean, they have enough knowledge to, they know how to fight. They're not doing this willy-nilly. They've had time to prepare. Uaighe, if we encounter these people, they'll know how to bypass your plate armor.
You're probably not wrong.
And the fact that they took out a councilwoman, which, and if they're leaving to another city, they may potentially want to take out more council people. And I don't know, I'm jumping out
so
for
should
a
we
second
go
here.
investigate the?
Sorry, one sec.
Oh, sorry.
You had a
Yes,
question there, Sam?
Yeah. How much does Aaron know? Like, does he know about all the other council people voting on, like, the stuff that you just told us? Yeah.
Thwish would have shared that stuff that I just said.
And if what Thwish told us is true, and if Tenebris' suspicions are correct, these people leaving the city, what if they're going to go to another city and potentially take out another council member? There could be a whole scheme here. I'm thinking that they may want to have a higher up in each city location so that they can manipulate the government.
Let's not forget the gods already said they have power in here. I think they're just trying to entrench themselves deeper. Nonetheless, the people who will have our answers are the people who are skulking about in the city. We also don't know what they look like.
And that is true. And what if they're running around without their cloaks on? Exactly what Tenebris said. We have no idea what they look like.
I've already investigated the house. That's
Well, can you take us there?
Wait, Tenebris, if you've already investigated the house, and these people are hunting down other people to try and cover their tracks, let's say, were you followed?
As I followed. Hey, DM,
Do you know if you were followed or not?
Tennis to tell if he was followed?
You didn't really see anybody following you, but you did feel pretty confident in the area because there were about a dozen guards outside the councilwoman's house, kind of protecting the crime scene, like when he was there.
Empress says, I'm pretty sure the killers are long gone. With all those guards in the air, they won't want to risk getting spotted. And I doubt they followed me.
I would like to know why this specific councilwoman was targeted versus all the others.
That was my question.
Do we know which district she's in charge of?
I can take you there, though I don't remember the name.
Should we work our way up the hierarchy with the Crimson Guards?
Actually, this is that mission. This is how we work our way up. It's an investigation. We have been sent to do it. I didn't accept it. I said we were interested.
Oh, okay.
Essentially, she just told me, catch him, bring him in, and we get the reward.
If they've left, doesn't that mean we have to leave Crimsonwall to capture them?
No, they're still in the city. That's what she told me.
Okay.
They're basically, she told them that they're not letting people leave the city without close inspection. People can come in, but they're limiting who can go out.
That's my assumption is they're still in the city and we can still catch them.
We need information, and the tour guide at the start, when we first came in, she said, and the Pioneers Ward was the Thieves Guild, perhaps. Maybe we should get in with them and ask them.
You know, you're very knowledgeable right now for having been intoxicated. I do admire your managed to keep your wits. It's very admirable as a man.
There's one thing I just want to point out, Tenebris. Just remember, you only got a quick look at the house. So like a quick look at the bodies, and that was it. So
yeah, actually, Tenebris was about to basically suggest that we go back there. Like, I didn't quite know where they went. I only took a quick look. So I suggest we go back to the house.
And you don't remember what ward it was in?
Remember the ward, but I can take you there. So yeah,
the guards won't let us. And
actually,
it's or
they
will.
Tenebris pulls out a paper. It's a warrant for investigation.
Whoa!
All right.
Well done, Tenebris.
We can get in so long as we have a guard on our post watching us.
Tenebris, how are you so socially adept coming from the woods?
We'll do a lot of jacked up things. Anyway.
What?
They've got freaking deer out there doing closed case murders and stuff.
Just like deer with like headlights
I
on,
love
like
it.
birds rested on the antlers. It's like the birds flutter up. It's just like,
yo, okay, so this is how it went down. It's like, yo, dear, you writing down notes?
I'm writing down notes as like sirens are like
imagining,
circulating on these
Alvin and the
antlers.
chipmunks. Just like talking.
I absolutely love it.
Hey, Alvin, what do you
and,
think
trench
happened
coats.
here? Oh, by my calculations.
You took him like
was
that,
Christmas.
lad, for like half a second.
Tenebris basically just suggests. I suggest we go there in the morning. That would be one.
I would also like to go to the military. What did I say I want to go to, Zave? The military place?
you wanted to look at the archives.
Yeah, where is that?
It would be in
There's
the
two
inner
places.
ward. So there's either you could access them at Candlekeep, or you could try and get them from the barracks. But
Oh, I'd rather go to Candlekeep. Okay, never mind. I'll eventually go back to Candlekeep to find some military records to look at, but we can do this first.
Yeah, I figured we should focus on this one since they could be leaving the city at any time. We should, catch up on them.
I would also like to point out, if you are a sketchy person in the city, you would probably be in the Pioneers Ward, like Cain said in his drunken state. But I would like to keep a low profile when I go there.
Maybe we should, to prevent ourselves from having a high profile, we should travel in pairs. Maybe we can map our way through the city so that we converge on a single point, and we can just travel through the streets separately to have an extra eye, just in case we see anything suspicious.
I think we should stay together because we're stronger that
I
way.
agree.
But
I'm not splitting up with anyone.
I just mean for everyone to not do stuff that would draw attention to our party as a whole. Just to keep that in mind, because I don't want any trouble while we're in there.
Yeah. For example, no magic.
On that note, so that you guys are able to use your magic, if we have a warrant for investigation...
We don't have a warrant for magical use. That doesn't exist.
I know, maybe we could opt to get one to help with
I
investigation.
actually did that too, and they didn't let me.
Hey,
Nice.
I
No
actually
one
have
casts magic.
a forgery kit, and I'm actually adept at forgery.
So am I.
Oh, great. Well, we can.
I
always-
don't know if that would actually work.
Right, but hear me out. Why do we need to use magic?
Yes, true.
Right, I feel like we're making it more complicated than we need to. We don't really need to use magic to do anything. I am a mortician, for crying out loud. I don't need magic to go and look at this body.
Yeah.
No, but that's what I mean. Is as long as we don't get into a battle where we need healing, then we don't need to use magic unless we want Ben over here to do some surgery. And
Better ask for forgiveness than permission.
I completely disagree with that phrase, oik, and man. Always ask permission.
Tenebris says that's why we need Nova's health potions. Whoever these people are, they're able to take out 2 above-average trained guards in her own home. So,
I'd like to think we're above average, and I slap Cain on the shoulder.
Tenebris
gaggle.
just...
Not so above average.
Tenebris looks Aaron up and down. We're not above average.
Aaron
Okay,
just
I
like
think
a
we
single
have
tear
got a
sheds down
plan.
his cheek. It's
Yeah.
like motivation.
I think we've got a plan. So we're all going to go to bed. Cain needs to sleep this off. And then in the morning, we're off to see the body. Correct?
We're off to see the body.
To quote Mrs. Ben,
Oh,
the
man.
lady just died.
Before
Right.
everyone leaves, Kane's gonna cast magical darkness in the room right now.
Can he
And
cast anything?
Can we
Oh, man.
stop it?
You can grab his hands while
Yeah,
he
just
starts
stop his
taking hands.
hand.
Back.
Oh, just let it happen.
Yeah. See
Yeah,
what would
sure.
happen.
I'm just gonna grab Cain's hands after telling him that we're more than
My
average.
man said shadow
That's
style.
good.
Oh, I'm kidding.
Cain,
Tenebris
Yeah.
grabs his
Cain,
hands.
you can make a dexterity check against Aaron's dexterity to see if he can stop you.
I don't like that
Oh,
idea.
dirty 20.
Oh yeah, I'm not stopping that.
Nice.
Dang.
This
Can I
guy
help
has.
One of you can give him advantage.
I'll help him.
Where were
Sure.
those 20s when you were in the drinking
Aaron,
game,
roll
bro?
Aaron, roll one more time.
Right?
It's not my thing.
Nope. Cain has them Sasuke level Naruto
So-
hand signs.
Cain, in his drunken state,
Oh,
casts
Lord.
magical darkness. And is the door? Did anyone close the door to the room?
I did, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, thank goodness.
So the darkness
I
is
did.
contained, luckily, within the room, but it goes completely pitch black. None of you can see anything.
If we open the door, does it still remain black in the room? Or the light seep out?
Open the door and find out.
I'm gonna
I-
run and just keep the door shut and like hold the door now.
I'm not opening it, so you don't have to worry about it.
Actually, I probably stumble on the way there, probably. and fall.
Question.
I don't know what's
You'd
going to
fall
happen.
kinda
if
into
I
the door,
open
it's a
this
small room.
door. I don't know if we should open this door.
Hey, DM,
Yeah, what's up?
Tenebris has a herbalism kit. By chance, is there anything in there a little bit strong enough to knock Cain completely out?
No. It's more for making use of herbs that you find than actually knocking it
Narcotics.
out. Aaron, you had a question too?
I'd like to make a ask a very serious question. Cain, how long does this spell last?
Just casual
Here
conversation
in the darkness somewhere. 10 minutes.
We are
Okay,
going to
so-
stay in this room for 10 minutes. Also, I think we should have a code word and not say spell at all in the city. At
Peaches.
all.
Peaches. Peaches.
Why peaches?
Sure.
All right, peaches it is.
Peaches.
Great.
Nobody eat
Peaches.
any peaches at all during this trip.
So
Peaches are vile. They're
you
fuzzy.
all sit
man.
there in the dark talking for 10 minutes. You can't see anything. Kane's holding the door closed in his drunken state, and by holding, he's more just laying against it, like face and everything.
Question,
Man.
actually. What direction does the door open to? Out or in the room?
It opens outward.
So Cain
Mm.
stumbling into that door would knock it outwards?
It's the
No,
handle
it's
closed.
Yeah.
After a few minutes and no one's reacting the way he wanted it, he's like, fine. He breaks his concentration spell, and the darkness comes out
Okay.
and stops.
So the darkness dissipates.
What war
Does
are
the
you
insight
trying to
check
do?
out on his age?
Sheesh.
It's a little bit random, but sure.
I think we kind of know his age. He looks young.
Yeah.
He looks like a teenager.
He's a young man.
I'm pretty sure.
Yep. Just not in the cards. 7.
You have no idea. Can't tell.
You have no clue.
No clue.
Me
No,
and Vine
Aaron
look the
doesn't want to.
same, around the same age, but you don't know who's older or younger.
Tenebris, you could just tell that Tenebris is just like his opinion of, but most of everyone in the room has just dropped.
Vine is
alright,
going
so-
to exit, and he's going to go all the way outside,
Like outside the
Cool.
tavern?
like outside the tavern. Do you what's how high is the tavern? Like if I were to climb up on top of this tavern, is it a flat roof? It is like, would I have
It's
cover?
like a. You wouldn't like. It's dark, but you wouldn't have cover.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So. Like people would be able to see you if they were walking by and looked up at the roof.
I see.
You'd probably notice a man standing up there.
So you would definitely notice a spider up there.
You would probably definitely notice a giant spider. Yeah.
Like,
Are you guys taking a long rest now for the
Yeah, I
night?
will.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Alright.
I'm gonna step outside actually with Vine as I address the rest of the party. Like, well, I think it's time that we all got some rest. Did Vine actually walk outside?
I did.
You did? Okay, yeah. It's like, well, I'm gonna tap Cain on the shoulder. It's like, you get some, especially you get some rest. And I'm gonna follow Vine outside.
Before we leave, I'm just gonna go to Cain, like really close to space, and say, "No more peaches."
Hey, Thwish. Come back here. Come here.
Okay. Yes.
Oh, God.
Yes. Cain.
You can see in the darkness, right?
Yes.
Okay, so this darkness spell this darkness peach I just cast.
Mhm.
I can cast it on myself and it will follow me around. And since you can see in the darkness, you can lead me by the hand and we can go to places and people will just see darkness around us.
And dark
That'll
vision
be
see
nice work.
through magical darkness?
No.
I can
okay.
only see 10 feet in front of me. I have blind sight, not dark vision.
Oh.
I don't know if that's different.
You have blind
No,
blind sights.
Yeah. I can
see through
see.
magical darkness.
Yeah. I can see through magical darkness.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah. Just I only have 10 feet, so I can see 10 feet in front of us, but I can't see further than that.
That's fine. I can lead you to an enemy and then we can beat them up. While
And
we're
I
in
would
the
have
darkness.
sneak attack in that case, and we can do
that's
extra
right.
damage.
Dark vision cannot see through darkness.
Blind sight can though.
Oh,
Because blind sight's
Yeah.
different.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Because blind sight doesn't use your eyes, it uses your other.
It uses
Defensive.
like your surroundings and relying on other things besides sight.
So those of you who are going to bed can make
Mhm.
yourself comfy in a room. You only have to sleep for 6 hours, so if you have something that you wanted to do with the other two, like preparing a potion or something, you can go ahead and do that.
Mhm.
Aaron and Vine, you guys went outside.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm following Vine. I'm curious
Vine-
as to what's ticking through his mind.
Initially went outside to sleep outdoors, like on the roof, because he didn't want to be crammed inside of a room. But seeing as he hasn't been able, is there anywhere he feels like he can nestle into or crawl into in his like spider form and he wouldn't be seen?
In your spider form?
Mhm.
I mean, you're in the middle of a city, so there's no guarantee that there's anywhere you wouldn't 100% be seen.
Mm-hmm. Well, like an
So you
alleyway
could-
or a dumpster or like a, I don't know, a large overhang from a building.
Let me take a look at the map. From where you are, like right where you are in the middle of a district where there's some businesses and houses and stuff. They all have triangular shaped roofs. You could try to do it in an alleyway if you wanted to, or try to sneak into the stable and do it. But if you want to be in your spider form, there's no promises that nobody will see you.
Okay, no problems. Well,
Can you
Vine,
still?
being aware of that, will just kind of be curious about the outdoors. He feels the urge to wander around, but remembering how he died once, he's going to go back inside.
Okay, Aaron,
Before you wander back inside, Aaron seeing you like look around at like the city and the rooftops, it's like he's gonna like, it's like, what's going on, Vine? Like, how are you doing? And I look around the city. It's like
Vine will look back up at you and go, doing.
you and me both. So what's the plan? Are you climbing on a roof or?
He's gonna say, a climbing roof, sleep.
And
Ah.
are you afraid of people seeing your spider form? I'm asking questions. Yes or no?
He said, he'll say, spider form, sleep.
Well, how steep are these roofs?
maybe on like a 30-degree angle.
So if we were to like lay on them, we wouldn't fall off.
No.
You would slide. You would
steep.
slide. 100%.
What are they made out of?
Like shingles, wooden shingles.
Wooden shingles.
Okay.
I am gonna push this along though, guys, in the interest of
Yeah.
session time. So if you're
Yeah.
gonna do something,
Well, then I guess I had like a little heart-to-heart moment all planned out, but I mean, I guess it really won't work, and it's kind of pushing a couple things. So I guess I'm just gonna walk inside with Vine, and Vine's gonna walk inside.
Yep. Go back indoors.
Okay.
And he's just gonna find like a table. This is gonna sleep at a table.
okay. Yeah, the barkeep doesn't seem to care.
Aaron is gonna take, because he's still carrying his backpack. He's gonna open his backpack, shove the little lizard boy down, and pull out his blanket that he didn't unpack with his bedroll, and kind of like give it to Vine. It's like pat him on the shoulder. You sleep tight, little. And he's gonna walk back upstairs.
Is anyone preparing anything specific over their 2 hours before their long rest?
Actually, Aaron's gonna walk back outside to an alley, and maybe no, he's not. He's gonna go back to bed. He's gonna go to bed.
I already have the ring attuned from before, so I'm good.
I'm
No
good
problem.
too.
Just would like to have a roleplay moment with Cain. If that's possible.
Kane's sleeping.
Oh, he's sleeping. Never mind.
He is
Cain
knocked
is
out
down.
cold.
He's knocked out.
Wow.
Okay, so we'll say that everyone goes to bed then, and you have your full long rest. You can apply a long rest to your character sheet.
Nice.
You went to bed probably around 11 with everything you guys did. You'll wake up fresh to go around 6 a.m. With your full sleep,
Nice.
and everyone will start to rise from their slumber. And I think that from that note, we'll take a quick 5-minute break and then get back into it. All right, you wake up in a carriage, and a guy looks at you and he says, "Ah, you're finally awake." For our Skyrim fans.
Clip it, clip it.
Anyways, you wake up in the inn. you've all had a nice long night's sleep. You've completed your long rest successfully. Make sure you apply that to your character sheets.
Am
And
I hungover or no?
you feel a little like maybe a tad bit sluggish, but no practical
Okay.
effect.
Awesome.
And yeah, the day is yours.
6 a.m. You said?
At 6 a.m.
Tenebris asks Cain, so how do you feel?
I feel fine. There's a slight headache, but I feel fine. I know. I won against that guy, right?
Horribly.
I lost. I thought I won. Anyways, I don't remember.
Probably for the best.
Do you remember our conversation last night,
Bro.
Cain?
Yeah. It's no more peaches.
Great.
Mhm.
Oh my god.
Peaches.
Are we? What time? This warrant you mentioned. Does it have a time when we can come and go to the house or no?
It lasts till we catch them. Or they're caught, I guess.
How long would it take us to get there by walking?
It didn't take me that long. A few minutes.
All right, I think we should go.
About a
now.
half an hour
Yeah, about half
from
an
where
hour.
you are.
Okay.
That
Alright.
few minutes is not a few minutes.
Let's go.
No, yeah.
Oh.
Let's go.
So you all
Let's
get up.
go.
You make your way downstairs. There's nobody in the tavern at the moment, except the barkeep, who's standing beside the bar, and she goes, "Y'all want breakfast?"
Oh yeah,
But I'm famished.
that would be
That
wonderful.
depends what you serve for breakfast. Do
Want
you
some
have
eggs?
eggs?
No more eggs.
'Cause, we do eggs
No eggs.
and
No eggs.
some
Chat is like
fish.
no eggs.
We do eggs and some fish sausages from the wharf.
Mm.
I'll take some
No.
fish sausages, unless we're looking to head
Yeah,
out.
me
right
too.
away.
Hime says
Yeah.
no
May
eggs.
3.
She goes, "It comes with 2 eggs and 2 sausages, and that's
No.
one silver piece."
No eggs.
Oh, you're a bird. All right, I'll give you an extra sausage.
Thank you. Great.
Give
Can
an
I
extra
have the
egg.
same, please?
You want the egg that she's not having?
Yeah.
All right, fine. And you?
I
What
w-
about you?
I would
She's
also
playing-
like to give him my extra egg and take his.
All right, fine. Hey, you get 4 eggs and no sausages then.
No sausage. Why?
Oh my god.
Fine.
Okay.
1 silver and 5 copper for you, and don't try to outdrink the half orc again. No one wins.
Why do you keep letting him in? He's getting your patrons drunk. Don't you want that for your business?
I
Yeah,
would think it's
he's
good.
getting my patrons drunk. It's perfect. Then they buy more beer.
Wait, 5 copper pieces?
1 silver and 5 copper. Everyone else, it's 1 silver and
1 silver for breakfast, that's a lot of money.
Yeah.
I
well,
won't eat for the rest of the day.
it's filling.
May I have a glass of water, please? And then can you
Fine.
still add to my water skin as well after?
Me too.
All right. You guys are buying. So she takes anyone who has empty water skins. She'll take them, fill them up. Sam.
Oh no, I'm just raising my hand because.
Oh, okay. She'll grab them. She'll fill them up. She'll give them back to you. You'll have full water skins.
Vine will also want breakfast, and he will just drop like 10 gold pieces on the table, and he's just really looking at the sausage.
I'm
He just
gonna,
wants a ton
I'm
of
gonna
sausage.
grab his money and then just say, no. This, only one of these. I'm gonna pull out a silver piece and say, one of these. It's silver.
He's gonna go silver.
Do you have one of these? Only one. That. Put it on the table.
He's gonna go silver, and he's gonna put a gold piece.
I'm
He's
gonna
gonna go,
take it,
silver?
give it back, and I'm gonna put one of my silver down instead. And
Okay.
Take 10 of his gold pieces.
I give it back to him.
Barkeep just kind of watches this exchange. He collects all your money. A couple minutes later, a server comes out as you're all standing around the bar with your breakfasts. You guys don't need to roleplay this if you don't want to. Save time. And yeah, she has served you your meals if you proceed to eat them.
Lovely.
Yeah.
I'm gonna eat it.
Halfway. Oh yeah. Go ahead, Tenebris.
Tenebris would like to ask her, can I fill my water skin?
She just filled everyone's water skin. Whoever had an empty one.
Okay, cool.
I think he disconnected. I don't think he heard
Oh,
that.
okay, got you. Yeah. She took anyone who had an empty water skin and filled it up.
Cool.
And then
Thank you.
you can all enjoy your breakfast with no eggs for the birds.
Thank you.
Her name was Shalani.
Shalana.
Shalana.
Gosh, Cain, how could you not remember that? Oh.
Quiet, Ben Stevens.
No eggs shall be harmed.
Mr.
Ben.
Halfway through my meal, can I walk up to Shalana and say, "Hey, any rumors going around in this ward?"
He goes, well, West Shore Shipping, or West Shore Adventuring, lost a shipment in the swamps, and they want people to go find that. And rumor has it that a councilwoman was killed in the North Ward, but that's too high profile for me.
Okay, thank you. And I walk back and finish my meal.
All right.
Okay.
Oh.
So y'all-
Tenebris,
Go ahead.
You can just lightly as is going on. Tenebris also talks to them about the fact that there are some jobs like mining and guards watching that are up for grabs, but that's more long term and it take us. They expect us to be there for months. So he just
Neighbors,
well,
well, I appreciate it. There's a dead body. Right.
I was just letting you know.
Mortician to that point right now.
Get out of my way! Get out of my way!
As you guys finish up your meal, Tenebris, do you start to lead everyone to the house?
Tenebris, he leads everyone to the house.
All right. So I will draw on the map with the blue line.
Oh wait, I have to
This is
set
in
up
the North Ward because that's what that person Cain.
Yep. So I drew a little line on the
Lovely.
map to show you guys
There we
kind
go.
of where you head.
Wow.
So you make your way along the streets. You see at this time of the day, there's a lot of laborers out loading some ships with goods, offloading some goods, some fishermen getting ready to go out on the water. And as you make your way progressively up towards the North Ward, the streets start to get cleaner and nicer. So it starts to transition from dirty, like well-worn dirt streets until eventually it's a nice kind of stone-laid road. And the buildings in this area, some of them are wood, some of them are stone. The wood ones are elaborate and they're generally carved with different runes and symbols, and they're very beautiful. And the other houses are stone and they're made of a kind of fine-looking stone. This area is pretty heavily patrolled by guards, and it seems to be an upscale neighborhood where richer people live. Go ahead.
That's all. Tenebris says, well, we know she's the councilwoman of the North Ward now.
What does that mean?
Oh, I saw that DM.
No, you did it!
I missed it.
With that timestamp.
I just stabbed myself in the glasses with my straw. I missed.
I've done that.
Oh, I don't have
Okay,
to have the
make sure
timestamp.
you
Can we
zoom in on
please
his
make a
face for
bloopers
any
reel?
One,
Not to like give you guys more things to do, but like, can you make a bloopers reel? Because I know for a fact I've spilled food like all down myself in the middle of session, and he's like stabbed himself in the face, and I'm sure other people have done stuff too. So
When we
Here's
get
the
another
deal.
person to
Make a
edit,
GIF.
we can do that.
If you
There you go.
if you put the timestamp down so that we don't have to search through 4 hours of footage every time just to make a bloopers reel.
there you go.
So as you make your way through this area, you eventually see a spot with about a dozen guards clustered in front of a house. And Tenebris, you recognize it as the house you were at the previous afternoon, as the councilwoman's house. With these guards, you guys see about a 6'4" tall female tabaxi. So it looks like a massive, slender cat. She's lean but muscular. She's wearing leather armor and has a scimitar on each side of her waist. And you see her kind of in a heated discussion with the guards as you guys are walking up.
Can we tell she looks like one of the guards?
She does not look like a guard.
Okay, so Tenebris is
Oh,
like
Before we walk up, sorry, Aaron can read lips. Is it okay if I can read the
Why can
conversation?
you read lips?
Because I am perceptive.
Is that a D&D language?
Yeah,
Lip reading?
you can't read her lips. from the distance you're at, and she's also a tabaxi, so the language might not be common. You have no idea what she's saying from the distance
When I see the
you are
guards,
away.
she's talking with the common guards. So
You're
I
not
think
reading any lips right now. You're way down the street. You're not going to be able to make out anything
Okay.
from the distance you're at. Sorry, continue, Tenebris.
Tenebris, this is the party. They would recognize me. Just let me introduce us.
As you make your way up, closer to the house, the guards kind of look at you, and the tabaxi turns and looks at you guys approaching and kind of crosses her arms.
So,
Good afternoon.
Hello.
My name is Ben Stevens, and I am a mortician. I believe that there's a dead body in there that it might be beneficial for me to have a look at.
At that moment, Tenebris shows the guard, I was here yesterday. This is the rest of my party. We've come to investigate the house.
You
He
notice
shows the guard.
that none of them are the same guards from the previous afternoon. It's like a
Okay,
completely
well-
different shift.
Same sentence. Shows him his warrant for investigation.
Sure. So as you guys are walking up and you say this, the tabaxi tilts her head and kind of looks at the group of 7. And the guard takes your warrant, and she's looking at Uaighe. And she's just staring at you for a second. Then she goes, "My name is Clause Forever Peace. I am the councilwoman for the Pioneer Ward. My friend was murdered. Are you here to find her killer?"
Yeah.
I am
you say her
so
name again?
sorry for your loss.
Her name is Clause Forever at Peace.
Well, that's gonna be
Clause
easy to spell.
forever at peace.
Got it,
Meaning
okay.
he does not
That
fight
is
with past.
the name. I am so sorry for your loss, Mrs. Claus. I think that is... Guys, it was a joke. Laugh, please.
I did laugh. Santa
Come
Claus,
on, really?
Mrs. Claus. It's good
I know
stuff.
it was a joke with an Irish accent
appreciate
too,
it,
okay?
so-
Ha! Right.
Continue.
Thank you very much, everyone. Really appreciate it. Really feeling the love tonight. I am so sorry for your loss, Mrs. Claus. Why don't we go inside and you can tell about your friend before I look over her body?
Just stop.
Oh.
You're the 3rd group to come through this house today, looking for these killers. What makes you any different?
Adam,
At that Tenebris says, I've been here yesterday, and I'm pretty good at tracking. I have survival, if that actually does something.
We also have experience dealing with dead that have had that same symbol carved into their heads. We know what we're dealing with.
So you know the cult,
Very
We
well.
have encountered them before, yes.
Mhm.
and you, mortician. You do good burials.
I do extremely good burials. I was
Really
actually
does.
stationed out. I was stationed out in Ferretarius for quite some time actually. So, unfortunately, there I became very well acquainted with the burial practices of Vydia. As well, I have extensive mortuary practices back in my own kingdom. However, if you would like a full resume of my experience
That's
on my
fine. I don't
services, I
need
would
the
be happy
full-
to provide it for you.
I don't need
I
a full
also have
resume.
my
All
license
right.
and my.
I am a councilwoman, and although I may not appear, I demand a certain level of respect.
I was being very respectful, ma'am. I think you have the right to pick what mortician looks at your friend's dead body.
You guys notice that she is like very carefully looking at each of you while she talks, and her one hand is kind of fidgeting with the hilt of her scimitar. She seems a little on edge. And she doesn't look like what you would expect a councilwoman to look like. She's wearing leather armor. She has 2 swords on her. She doesn't have robes of nobility. She seems more like she comes from a humble upbringing than what you would expect to see of someone in a
Well-
noble position.
Who are we to judge, sir? That's very rude.
I'm just going to tell her, I have great respect for you and your ward. I frequented it many years ago. And I do understand how close you may have been with all the different council people of this city. We do really want to help avenge your friend. And although my friend over here, Ben, is very enthusiastic about her practice, she does mean well, and she does attend to the body bodies of dead people really well. So you must let us in to help.
Hmm.
With
Yeah,
the
no-
discretion of your authority, of course, you must.
Of course.
Yes.
You are not allowed to move the bodies yet, Mortician. Not until the investigation is concluded. But you may give them a pleasant passing.
Absolutely, madam.
If you find the killer of this cult, I will prove myself a powerful ally for you to
Oh.
continue to pursue them. But if you fail me, I will not be pleased. Find them, send word to the guards, and I will meet you at the Roaring Griffin outside town to discuss more potential business to do with these menaces.
Did you say the roaring griffin?
The Roaring Griffin.
Right. You got a funny accent, so I really just had to check.
Not that it's funny, it's very
Man.
distinguished.
She
My
just stares
Oh, I
at you.
didn't say it out loud!
Oh, okay.
That was an inner head thought!
You just said it in the accent, so we
yeah,
all,
you should say
you
it
know.
in your
Yeah.
own voice.
Well, what do you think Oik sounds like in her own head? Do you think she sounds like she's got a Canadian accent? No.
Yeah, actually, I did.
Actually, I did.
Canadian, eh?
hey,
With that, she kind of looks at you and she says, "Don't let me down. If you do good, I will help you." And then she gestures for the guards to let you in the building.
Tempest would like to ask her one question. You want them dead or alive?
I want them alive.
We'll do our best.
Thank you.
Tenebris moves in. into the building.
She just nods her head and watches as you guys enter the building.